But for Uttar Pradesh, the temple politics has returned, and now the Deputy Chief Minister of UP, Keshav Prasad Maurya, appears to have said via social media that after the Ayodhya temple movement and of course the changes that are being seen in Varanasi as well, it will be Mission Mathura for the BJP. A cryptic tweet, not very clear, but clearly becoming controversial with regard to the Ayodhya temple construction that is on, and then a reference that it could be Mission Mathura after that.
December 6, the day of Babri demolition. 29 years later, on December 6, 2021, the campaign from Ayodhya has shifted to Mathura. As the temple construction begins in Ayodhya, right-wing groups are now raising their voice for a similar campaign at the Krishna Janmabhoomi in Holy Mathura. Section 144 has been imposed as the Akhil Bharatiya Hindu Mahasabha plans a mega event in Mathura in a few days from now. They want to perform a Jal Abhishek at the mosque.
जनपद में धारा 144 लागू है और किसी भी हाल में यहाँ पर संगठित होकर किसी प्रकार का कार्यक्रम करने की जिला प्रशासन के द्वारा अनुमति नहीं दी गई है। इस प्रकार के लोगों को भी चिन्हित किया जा रहा है जो कि शांति व्यवस्था बिगाड़ने के लिए कारक बन सकते हैं।
And as right-wing groups up the ante, and Yogi government has also joined the campaign with this declaration, the UP Deputy CM Keshav Prasad Maurya tweeted confirming Mission Mathura after Ayodhya. CM Yogi Adityanath has also time and again spoken of making Mathura like Ayodhya, a pilgrim center for Hindus.
अभी आपने दीपावली के दिन देखा होगा अयोध्या का दीपोत्सव का आयोजन कैसे होना चाहिए, आयोजन हमारे तीर्थ कैसे जगमगाने चाहिए। अयोध्या की दीपावली आप सबने देखी होगी। श्री कृष्ण जन्माष्टमी के अवसर पर भी मुझे स्वयं इस बार यहां दर्शन का सौभाग्य प्राप्त हुआ था। ये सब हमारे गौरव है, हमारी विरासत है।
For the BJP, the Mathura movement matters. Their performance in the recent local body polls has them worried that they have lost their dominance in the district. A Mathura sweep will mean a dominant performance in western UP, where the farm laws backlash has already hit the BJP. The Saffron Party is putting the focus again on the Mandir movement to seal the core Hindu vote bank. Mandir politics is back in focus in Uttar Pradesh, as the BJP has now raised its voice for the Mathura movement. For years, Ayodhya has dominated headlines. Will the focus now shift to Krishna Janmabhoomi? Bureau Report, India Today.
So let's debate and discuss what is clearly a religious emotive issue for many, but now is becoming a political issue as well. Gopal Krishna Agarwal from the Bharatiya Janata Party joining me, from the Samajwadi Party, Ghanshyam Tiwari. And I want to go across to the Bharatiya Janata Party first because Gopal Krishna Agarwal, this is clearly an election gimmick. This is just because Uttar Pradesh is bracing elections. A very polarizing comment comes to the fore. But why was it really required if the BJP is claiming they have the development plank to base themselves on?
Ultimately, people want development.
Yes.
But the emotional content on the religious issues of the public is also very important. And it is important that always Hindu sentiment have been attached to three big temples, Kashi, Mathura and Ayodhya. And these are the important temples where always there has been a demand from the Hindu religious communities, Hindu sentiments, all are attached with this. And we know that historically this fact is also true, that these temples here were demolished at some point of time.
So what is Mission Mathura then? What does it mean?
What is Mathura? Already you know that at Mathura, there has been a construction of a huge temple. There are several disputes which had been lingered on in Mathura. In the court, there are several cases, and always this sentiment has been raised by certain strong Hindu element people that these are the icons of their religion and they have been demolished. There has been reconstruction. Even the court have accepted this, that Mathura and Kashi temples have been earlier demolished, and the new mosque at that point of time,
but
some point
how
of
is
time
it
in
important at this point? Because the tweet was very cryptic. Ghanshyam Tiwari of the Samajwadi Party. What do you make of this comment? Because it doesn't specify anything but says as much.
Good evening to you, Gopalji, and your viewers. Three things are important. One is that never ever in the last 4.5 years we have discussed Keshav Prasad Maurya or anything he says. The only time he has been his deputy chief minister, he has been able to hit a headline, is by saying this on the eve of election. That demonstrates the desperation of a man who was outcasted by his own chief minister, not given his due, often mocked as stool minister, and at the same time it also demonstrates that he has nothing to report on the agenda of development. Second, BJP's campaign is all over the place. This is spray and pray. On one day, they speak about expressway. On another day, they inaugurate an airport that is not even constructed. On a third day, they start talking about Abbajan. And then there is this. So clearly, it is visible that BJP, one, they don't even know whether Adityanath is their leader for the campaign or not. Because last 6 months, they were saying, Ab ki baar Yogi Sarkar. Now, Mr. Amit Shah has started saying that if you want Mr. Modi to win in 2024, you must elect BJP in 2022. So their campaign is all over the place, spray and pray. And in the face of it, the third and final point is, Samajwadi Party led by Akhilesh Yadav ji has stuck to the agenda. We did work, we want to enhance that work, we want to bring Uttar Pradesh back to the forward gear of development rather than this reverse gear of disaster. And we want to focus on jobs, these exam leaks, which is disastrous for the youth. We want to focus on harmony rather than disharmony and propaganda. We want to focus on farmers, and we want to focus on the core issues that change people's lives, be it inflation that this government is
So how will you then counter the BJP on this very strong comment that has come from the Deputy CM?
I think we don't need to. People are going to counter. People have seen that when 4 family members of a Dalit family were hacked to death, not a single word came from these people. They were also Hindus. When farmers were robbed, mowed down, not a single word came out. Those farmers were also Hindus. They are BJP workers. Their family members went to the court and said that they don't trust Adityanath government in doing a justice in the case where a BJP worker was killed in Lakhimpur Kheri. So these are fake Hindus. For them, the conflicts that can involve Hindus and other community are the only
Gopal Krishna Agarwal is calling the BJP netas as fake Hindus. And even how can Ayodhya and Mathura be same? Because in Mathura, there is a temple. Adjacent to that, there is the Shahi Eidgah, a mosque. So it's not that there is one. There are both. And why can't they just now be standing together and we can discuss real issues on the ground that affects us all?
The real issues on employment, economic development, infrastructure development, fighting corruption, all law and order. If you look into the 4.5 years of our government under Yogi ji, every aspect of law and order, infrastructure development, Uttar Pradesh has seen the maximum number of international airports, maximum number of highway roads. And then if you look into the development aspect, in Uttar Pradesh from a stage of Bimaru state in 2017, it was clubbed under the Bimaru state, and it has come on the second rank of ease of doing business. So that is innovation index. If you see, Uttar Pradesh is rising high. Investment
so then why such a comment? It's clearly polarizing. It's clearly communal. There's no other.
What the BJP is saying, or what BJP leader has said, is that he was echoing the sentiment of certain people there. That is, you cannot deny. True secularism means that you respect all religion. There is a strong demand for.
But you're a fake Hindu. Ghanshyam Tiwari says you don't care about other issues that concerns Hindus.
I respect Ghanshyam Tiwari ji, but how you call BJP a fake Hindu? Our manifesto carries that we will build a huge temple in Ayodhya, and we have through the legal process. We have already said that it will go through a legal process. It is our intention to build, it was always our intention and commitment to build a huge temple in Ayodhya, but through the legal process, we have done that.
Ghanshyam wants to intervene. Yes, Ghanshyam, please go ahead. And I want to, yes, I want you to also answer.
Look into the Kashi. You should visit Kashi and see the difference what we have made in Kashi.
Is this what religious tourism that Yogi Adityanath has been promoting? And just in addition to that, Ghanshyam Tiwari, or do you think that this is borderline, perhaps getting more dangerous as a narrative to be put out? And because the fact is, Ghanshyam, it will appeal to a certain section, and whether they vote to BJP or not, that's different. But even the Bharatiya Janata Party knows that it may work for them.
There are three things. One is that I called BJP leaders fake Hindus because Hinduism has thrived on thought leadership. There's not a single fake saint in Hinduism that has become thought leader for generations. And there's not a single thought leader that BJP has produced that can represent the thought leadership that Hinduism has. They produce people who can run leadership on propaganda and conflict and then build hatred and then repeat that to win elections. So that is why I call them fake Hindus. They do not represent the ideas that are important for today's generation. As far as whether it connects to the people or not, we believe that people, if BJP wants the narrative of development, Akhilesh Yadav ji is an engineer. He's an engineer by training. He has a track record of development and a vision for development. And BJP leaders, the people they put as chief ministers, have a track record of engineering hate. They are engineers of hate, and as a result, people have to choose whether they want a development man or they want a hate man.
Development or hate man, these are strong comments coming in from the Samajwadi Party. Gopal, that's all the time I have for, but I want to thank Gopal Krishna Agarwal and also Ghanshyam Tiwari for a civil debate, even though the, of course, issue has been very polarizing, but we hope that the voters know what they want to decide and want in the next few years in the state of Uttar Pradesh.